Hello students, welcome back to the science class. I hope you all are fine and safe. Yesterday we have read about communicable diseases, types of microbes and how these diseases spread. And today you will learn about the non-communicable diseases and preventions of these diseases. Before I start the non-communicable diseases, first I will tell you about the preventions of communicable diseases. It means how we can protect ourselves from these diseases. These are very simple. The first one is we should wash our hands before and after every meal. We should not share our personal things like comb, toothbrush, dal, etc. We should wash our fruits and vegetables before eating and cooking it. If we are sneezing or coughing, we should cover our nose and mouth. We should not go outside if we are not well. No stagnation of water should be there. Stagnation means collected water which is not moving because it can attract the mosquitoes and mosquitoes spread diseases like malaria. We should maintain our neatness everywhere like our kitchen, like our washroom, our classroom, our corridors, everywhere. We should throw the garbage in covered dustbin. So students, these are some easy and simple rules by following we can protect ourselves from communicable diseases. I hope you all will take care of these things. Now the last topic of this chapter, that is non-communicable diseases. We can call them deficiency diseases also. It means the diseases which are caused by the deficiency of nutrients in our body is called non-communicable diseases. Nutrients you remember like vitamins, proteins, carbohydrate, minerals, etc. If you are not taking our food properly, then we will face these type of diseases. And these diseases do not spread from one person to another person like communicable diseases. Here I have made a table for you. Through this table, you will be able to know about the non-communicable diseases, their deficiency, symptoms and prevention. I am giving you one example here. Anemia. It causes due to the deficiency of iron and the symptoms are pale and weak and HB becomes very low. HB means hemoglobin, the amount of blood in our body. And what should we take? Food rich in iron like apple, brinjal, pulses, guava, etc. The next example is goiter. This causes due to the deficiency of iodine and the symptoms are pain and neck swells. And what should we take? Iodized salt, seafood, etc. One more example I want to give you here. The disease is ricket. It causes due to the deficiency of vitamin D and the symptoms are loss of calcium and twisted and bent bones. And which type of diet we should take? Milk, cheese, soya bean, etc. Some more examples are also given here and you can also find any other deficiency disease. I will add this table in your PDF. So have you seen students how much nutrients are important for us? So take all the nutrients in proper amount every day. Here are chapter 2 food and health is over. Once again I am suggesting you take healthy diet, good fruits and drink plenty of water daily to stay healthy. You will get in between of this part on school side today. And one more thing, you will get one more PDF of bag exercise and question answer of this chapter tomorrow. Take care and stay healthy. Bye bye students.